What are some areas of the partnership that you would like to see grow or be added?
I would like to see more small young person Bible studies to grow and develop here in our small community.
More joint activities.
Try and get the youth together from other churches. Give them another way to get out and meet other people, you know.
He's been so good getting the groups together, small groups, and continuing them. And I so enjoy when they exchange pulpits. Pastor Kevin is great, just like Pastor Kapanka. But really enjoy that. And would love to see, maybe some joint even services together more often with the potluck following. That is so enjoyable. And we get to know those people then too some.
Possibly just more small groups here, or that we could participate in here. There isn't really a Bible study that I can go to right now because I work, so it would be nice to have something that would allow me in the evening to do that with maybe a small group of both churches.
I love the idea of partnership because I like the idea of partnering with people.
I'd like to see maybe small group Bible study, maybe not so much for Gary and I, but for maybe the younger couples to have interaction together, and particularly for the children to get to know each other.
I think that more communication, even though it's good, communication is always good, and more is usually better. So I'm thinking of more ways that we can cooperate back and forth as congregations. I know that last night there were some folks from St. John's that were here for the Advent by Candlelight, which was great. One of my warm spots is music, and I think that that's an area that can be further developed here at Immanuel. And I also don't know what's happening at St. John's, so maybe there's a possibility of further cooperation there, or maybe some joint activities that relate to music.
I would say more social events together. I know we do the blended service together, and that's always a good time, but I just think we need more of that.
All kinds of things like the youth groups doing more together, maybe combining the senior groups, combining, or maybe the young marrieds or the young singles. There's those kind of interactions that I think would be good to expand.
There again, because I'm an older person and I go out and make calls, I know that Pastor Kapanka has his hands full, and we need somebody to be able to bring communion to them. And just there are a lot of lonesome people out there that need somebody in that regard.
What most excites you about growing this partnership in the future?
I would just like to see the youth grow and develop here at our small church that has a population of more older generation, I guess, and so that we can develop and bring the youth and get the Bible schools and Bible studies for the youth up and running more.
Being a congregation that's like combined in a way but works very closely together, just seeing the discipleship at both locations grow as like through our partnership.
In the future is that some of these smaller churches can communicate with a bigger church. I think that's, it broadens you out is what it does.
Maybe getting a third pastor to share on some of the duties. Being able to do more outreach if we have more personnel.
It's just been so successful so far that I can see. And absolutely, if that can grow the word for their congregation and ours and get more people involved, and be wonderful.
It's exciting that, and maybe just more of it. I think that anything we can do together, I'm glad that some of those people from Rhinebeck are going to be going on the Israel trip, And so we'll get to know them more personally. That's part of it. We don't really know those people very much as brothers and sisters, you know. And so that would be a thing that would be exciting, would be to get to know them better.
I think maybe more partnership in what we do together. Maybe more things, the youth, even the younger kids, to get them involved and see that it's not just the 5 or 6 that are here on a regular basis, that they can have a larger group and just be more involved that way.
It's great that the pastors work so well together, and it's fun to have the different personalities as far as pastors go, but I think the biggest thing is growing our church and growing their church as a family.
I think really just the new ideas and expanding the communication and the involvement of families in all age groups. How can we reach and work together for a wider cross-section of our memberships and people that aren't members, including young adults, singles, parents with families and kids, empty nesters, elderly folks, shut-ins. There's just such a cross-section, and I think it's important that our churches work together because those demographics exist in both places.